I was talking to a potential new member of Selling Silicon Valley today, and we kind of got on the subject of daily routines, what an ideal weekly schedule looks like, what he should be doing, and we talked about various things, and one of which was role play, practicing dialogues and all of that jazz. And at that moment he was like, wait a second, why is that important? Like, he actually questioned me. He's like, I was trying to understand, like, why would an agent do that? And so what I explained to him, it was, well, it's not just the practice, it's not just the repetition, it's the consistent habits that lead to great results. And here's what I told this fine young man who's just going to be a killer agent. I mean, the guy's just going to crush it. And so, honestly, right now, man, my life, because he was like, oh, he was asking me about, my cars, this, and he's a typical young guy. I explained to him, I was like, actually, my life right now is very boring, and it has been for it has been for quite some time. And I explained to him that pro athletes, professionals that need to perform at the highest level on a consistent basis for many, many months out of the year, what is their secret? Their secret is habit. It's consistent actions every single morning, every single day. It's the same shit over and over and over again. It's the habits that lead you to success. And so what I explained to him, there's nothing fun about getting to the top. When you're climbing a mountain, shit's fucking hard. It's not going to be easy. And not only that, it's very repetitive. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm climbing and I'm climbing and I'm climbing. But those steps, those consistent steps, lead you to the top. And so as an agent, it might seem mundane to do the little things every single day. Hey, got to spend an hour, get on the phone, check in with my prospects, see how they're doing. Hey, I got to spend an hour, check the MLS, make sure that there's no new, make sure that I find a lot of homes for my clients to see. Hey, this afternoon, I got to spend 3 hours showing 3 homes. Hey, I got to write a contract up tonight. Like, all of these little things. Hey, I got to wake up at a certain time every single day. And after a while, it starts to get kind of boring. And I explained to him that the only times that I've ever experienced failure in real estate is where I got away from the routine. When you get away from the habits that get you to where you are, that's when shit goes bad. When you get fancy, that's when shit goes bad. Because it's not bad when you're doing the thing every single day. When you're waking up, you're in your routine, you're in your habits, you're doing all the stuff, you're putting in the work, the consistent, repeatable actions, and then one day you go on vacation and then you never really come back. Or one day your friend says, hey, let's go grab a swirl at a Keys at lunch. And then the next day they're like, hey, you want to go do that again? I know you're making your calls, but like, let's go grab swirls. Come on, man, let's go do it. Then it happens again and again and again and again. And pretty soon you've broken yourself from the original habits that got you to where you are. And now you're stuck in a new routine, a routine that's going to provide you with inferior results. Or worst of all, you have no routine. You've fallen off the routine entirely. Successful people are creatures of habit. There's no rocket science to this. You ask the most successful people in life, I've sat in a room full of them. I've sat in plenty of rooms full of mega successful people. They're boring as shit. And maybe that's a reality check for some of you. Maybe you don't want to be successful. And by the way, I should actually, let me retract that. Success is actually a subjective term. It's not objective. It's very subjective. And so perhaps living a more cavalier lifestyle is enticing to you, and perhaps that is your definition of success. However, if you want to build an amazing business, one that generates consistent, repeatable results, the actions must also be consistent and repeatable. This is Danny Gould, everyone. I'm selling Silicon Valley. Stay legendary, everybody.